Carnera makes the second defense of his title against challenger Tommy Loughran in a scheduled 15-round bout. This is Gene Ward speaking. Loughran stands 5 feet 11 and weighs 186 pounds, 84 pounds lighter than Carnera, who scales 270 and is 6 feet 6 inches tall. The referee is Leo Shea. Carnera, wearing an emblem on his trunks, begins to force the fight. He's won 16 straight bouts, and tonight could be number 17 for the giant champion. In the coming rounds, you'll notice that Carnera is not a natural fighter. He's what they call a manufactured heavyweight, a Goliath who was taught to fight. Although he tried hard, he never quite learned the fine points of boxing. He managed to climb the ladder of success because of his mammoth size and Herculean power. See how Carnera spins Loughran? No question as to who's the strong man tonight. It's a battle of brawn versus brains. Loughran on the left is 4 years older than the 27-year-old Carnera. Tommy's record shows 78 victories. He lost 14 to fighters like Harry Greb, Jack Delaney, Young Stribling, Ernie Schaaf, Steve Hamas, and King Levinsky. Loughran was KO'd by Sharkey and Hamas, but he reversed those verdicts in return matches. Carnera lacks in boxing ability, he makes up for in his roughhouse tactics. Even here in round one, Primo has been stepping all over Tommy's feet, trying to bull the lighter man into a corner. Out of 72 fights, Carnera won 67 while losing 5. He KO'd 59 of his opponents, many of whom were hand-picked second-raters. None of them was quite tough enough to cause the giant any trouble. Neither man lands a solid blow in the final seconds of round one. A fairly even frame. Loughran, after taking rounds 2, 3, and 4, has gotten away to a fast start by his speed and clever boxing ability. The question is, can he keep up the pace against the brawn and power of Carnera? So far, Loughran has been an elusive target, giving Carnera little to shoot at. Rushes in, mauling and clubbing. But you notice he doesn't land solidly. So far, Loughran has been successful in getting away. Here's Carnera becoming eager. Carnera about to land a left. Keep watching as the giant clubs a right to the jaw. But Tommy was rolling with or slipping most of the punches. Now another right, and Carnera leans all over Loughran, roughing up the challenger. Carnera is trying to make his power and size pay off. He doesn't depend on heavy punching. Much of the time, he actually wrestles Tommy. Watch Carnera try to hold Tommy against the ropes, making use of his longer reach. Loughran is having some difficulty tying up the champion at this point. Carnera has shown more aggressiveness here in round 5, but in a moment you'll see Loughran explode a hard right to the jaw. Look, here it comes. Solid right buckled Carnera's knees. It was the best punch of the fight so far. See Carnera shove Tommy back? Primo is trying to line up his elusive target. In the waning seconds of round 5, Carnera attempts to corner the cagey Loughran, but not a solid punch finds its mark. A better round, though, for Carnera. So far, Loughran has held on to the lead he built up earlier in the fight. However, Carnera has been shaving down the challenger's advantage. Watch Carnera's jab. That's his most potent punch. Loughran can punch well with either hand. Watch how quickly Loughran moves in. Next, you'll see Carnera step on Loughran's feet. But there's no warning from referee Leo Shea. Carnera moving in, barely gets away from a hard right. Now Primo opens up as he actually pushes and mauls Loughran to the rope. Loughran caught several punches then, but he bobbed and weaved, slipping many of Carnera's shots. Look at Primo forcing Tommy to backtrack. The Primo has shown more aggressiveness in this round, and he appears fresh and confident. He's a big guy and beginning to look bigger all the time to Tommy Loughran. The giant from Seguals, Italy, depends more on his size and power than anything else. But Loughran has speed, cleverness, and fair punching ability. Will it be enough? In the closing seconds of round 7, you begin to wonder if Loughran can withstand Carnera's roughing tactics for the remaining 8 rounds. The tiring Loughran took rounds 8 and 10, but the strong finishing Carnera grabbed the 9th and 11th. Carnera about to backhand with a right, but once again, referee Shea fails to issue the warning to the Primo. Pressuring, trying to work Loughran into a corner where the lighter man cannot maneuver well. Primo has Tommy against the ropes, and look at the giant clubbing and mauling away. Loughran has taken some solid punches. However, Carnera usually scores when his opponent is more or less stationary. rain falls in a light shower, and the crowd takes cover. And Carnera, with all his 270 pounds, rushes after the fading Loughran. So far, it's been another good round for champion Primo Carnera. Loughran backtracks out of range, and if you keep watching, you see Carnera reel across the ring as he misses a left. Carnera's bull-like strength has rapidly worn down Loughran. Although Tommy still is able to keep away from Dupreme, you'll notice Carnera cornering the challenger more and more. As the 12th round draws to a close, Carnera has continued to increase the pressure in the home stretch. Loughran came back to win round 13. But he had burned up his strength too early in the fight. Carnera took the 14th stanza as Loughran ran out of steam. Now the final round. Carnera, with size, reach, and weight in his favor, still unable to floor the cunning Tommy Loughran. Loughran is being driven all over the ring. He's exhausted, but the fans are screaming for him to last the round. Challenger's cause wasn't helped by the fact that Carnera was allowed to get away with all sorts of rough stuff. And it's all over. There's little doubt as to the winner. Both judges, Colin McLaughlin and Roy Latham, together with referee Leo Shea, scored it for Primo Carnera. Dupreme had no punch, but he had the power, stamina, and size to wear down Loughran in the home stretch.